Yeah. So yeah, no, I have a funny ass trip report for you. So this was back when I got with my ex again. And yeah, this was like right after she got clean from heroin for a little while. And like, you know, she wanted to screw every fucking day, multiple times a day. And I was a teenager, you know, my self-esteem's kind of low, you know, but she did say, oh, you got very good stamina for someone your age and all this shit. But like, I remember at the time I had no interest like in smoking pot or doing psychedelics. I just wanted to do cocaine and to drink. And so I would drink a lot around her because I was nervous. And also, like, she was one of the biggest lightweights ever. Like, 2 beers would just turn her into a complete monster, you know. But she really liked psychedelics, so she wanted to use psychedelics. And you know, this foreign had come in, and a mutual friend who turned out to be a real creep. Actually, he gave us some, and I was like, I don't know about this. I haven't done this before. I don't know. Like, I wasn't really keen to do it, but she was very good at peer pressuring. So she was like, oh, I'll give you half. And she didn't. She gave me the full, like, 25 milligram capsule. And I remember we were blazing out of my hookah, and again, I didn't really like smoking weed, so going into this baked with something I wasn't really stoked on. I remember I started coming up very quickly, and we were watching Dave Chappelle, because this was back when I was showing her a lot of comedians like Bill Hicks and Doug Stanhope, and the only comedian she knew of was Dave Chappelle, so she was playing Dave Chappelle, and fucking, it was kicking in, so we're like, let's go outside, let's go down to the beach, let's go for a walk, fucking, we go lie on the grass, I'm like staring at the clouds, and I'm like, holy fuck, I could just stare at these all day, and I remember I touched her arm, and it just, like, got this, like, sexual fucking surge through me, and I was like, oh, these are such nice sensations. You want to go upstairs and make some more nice sensations? And she's just kind of like, no, for once, like. And so we decided to walk down to the beach, and we were both tripping like really hard, to the point where we were just walking down, holding hands, and not saying a word to each other. And so we got down to the beach and found a little spot, and we were just lying there and watching the water and the gasoline in the water, like, fucking tripping out on it. And then we noticed this dude he came, and he was exuding this machismo. Oh, hey, I was just, do you happen to know where the remote is for the Netflix?
Probably there's a pocket beside that. I'm just going out for like 20 minutes.
Oh yeah, sure thing. Okay.
There's a pocket beside the bed.
Okay.
Might be in there.
Okay.
Yeah, anyway, I won't be long.
All right. Okay. Yeah, sure thing. I'll be around.
You're going to stay with Callum.
Yeah. I'll keep an eye on her. So we were lying there, and I remember smoking a doobie with her, and, you know, getting higher and higher and higher, and fucking, like, I was not very talkative. I was, like, becoming very introverted. And this guy, though, he comes up, and he's got this big ass backpack on, almost looks like a duffel bag, like one of those paratrooper backpacks. And he's walking with this machismo, and he's got like, what do you call it? Like, you know, something that someone who's like got a parachute on, like, you know, there's like straps, and the straps are connected to like a harness. That's the word I'm looking for, a harness. He had a big harness on, and I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Yeah. What you doing? Sorry. Dog sitting. I'm on the clock. But this dude, he walks up and like he knows we're watching him, and he's like putting on the show, and he drops his bag down like raw, bam, throws it down, and he starts pulling out what look like all these different colored canvas bags, and we're like, what the fuck? And we're like, we started calling him the bag man, and we were laughing about this. And the thing is, 4-Helmet will give you like laughing fits like nothing else. I mean, 2CB also was pretty close in that regard, but like contagious laughing fits where people who I'm around who are sober will start laughing along with me. It's just ridiculous shit. I got the same experience from 2CC as well. Like this contagious, uncontrollable laughter. So we're laughing and like trying not to like bruise this guy's ego. And we eventually realize it's not a bunch of bags he's pulling out. It's this big kite. Big kite that looks like a parachute. So for the next hour, we watch him. He hooks it to his harness and he's trying to get it in the air, but try as he might, he just can't do it. And I'm saying, like, if he gets this thing in the air, it's so huge, it's gonna carry him over the fucking water. And like, you know, he's just gonna have a bad time. But he was so determined, pulling it up. We were just laughing and joking. I remember I went like, no one knows what it's like to be a sad man, to be a bag man behind his bag. And so after a while, he kept looking over at us. He was getting pissed off that we were laughing, and like, so he finally fucks off. And we see like a dog running around, and my ex was like, does that dog have a wallet in its mouth? And I was like, I don't know. Like maybe the owner taught the dog to steal wallets. And she was like, yeah, that's a great idea. Like because you could totally play it off if you got caught. Like, oh look, it's so cute, he found a wallet. And then like the theme for our trip became everything's a conspiracy. So there's the conspiracy for dogs going around stealing wallets, and then dogs going around and stealing babies, and just silly shit we were coming up with. And I remember we went on a journey to 7-Eleven, which wasn't that far away, but took us a long time to get there because, well, we were fucking high as all hell. And we got some nachos with that gross synthetic cheese. And I remember we were walking back, and we hear this dude just yelling at his wife, like screaming and swearing and just being an asshole. And like, I looked over to my ex and I said to her, I was like, this is what I would say to the dude. And I dipped the chip and I was like, chill, have a nacho. I mean, it was like, it sounded so bad, like it was like probably a domestic abuse situation. Like, the guy's like, fucking woman, make me some fucking food, you bitch. Like, ugh, fucking horrible human being. But, in any case, yeah, we go back to my house and fucking, I remember we were trying to get Netflix working, but the internet wasn't going, so, like, it was just the thing, the dial was just spinning and spinning, and so I'm just like, spin, 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 loading, loading, pending, pending, loading, loading, pending, pending. And at this point, like, we were fucking very high. And I remember that my folks came up to me and they're like, you have your exam tomorrow, you should be studying, you gotta go home, to my girlfriend, or ex at the time, or ex now, girlfriend at the time. And so she leaves, and like, you know, we have a very awkward kiss, which like we used to fucking like, you know, full on like, you know, tonsil inspection type kiss. She goes home, and so I thought like, this is weird, like she's usually very sexual and all over me, but whatever. Apparently she went home and fucking flicked her bean into me, but so I mean, I guess I wasn't a complete fucking turn off that day. But I remember studying and just I was studying with my mom, and I just couldn't get anything right because I couldn't focus. I was so high. And then like my mom just kind of gave up, and she was like, yeah, I think you're kind of screwed tomorrow. And then I just took a moment to chill and listen to some music and got in a good mind space. And then I studied with my dad, and I did really, really well. And the next day, I woke up feeling great. I remember I went to bed, and I had the most interesting closed eye visuals. It was like I was watching my ex in a vision made out of golden scales, walking down like the very distinct stairs of the art gallery in the downtown part of my city, and like looking up at me, because it was like looking down at her in the vision. Like, for him it's interesting because you have very vivid visuals, but they don't seem real. They seem very cartoonish in nature. Yeah, so I mean, stay tuned. That'll probably be my next one. I very much enjoy it because despite being a psilocin analog, I feel like it is more stimulating than, you know, like 4-ACO DMT or mushrooms, 4-HO DMT. Because like my brain just does not like that slowed down effect. And then also tryptamines, long-acting tryptamines, tend to have this effect of making your the rate at which your thoughts are going cycle like every hour. Like it'll go from very fast to very slow, and this is why people kind of have like emotional outbursts that come out of nowhere on mushrooms. They just start crying or whatever spontaneously. I don't really like that because my brain is just naturally going zing 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 zing, like bam bam boom 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 boom, go 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 go. So like I found that like for a long time I'd have to take benzos beforehand, but then I realized I was like, because benzos are trip killers, right? You know, like I was losing a lot of the value of the trip doing that. So, you know, now, like I find now when I mix it with MDMA, and that speeds my thoughts up enough to where I'm more, like it's more of a compatible experience with my stream of consciousness. Yeah, no, for home, it's just a good time. It's a good beginner psychedelic because of the lack of headspace. Like, yeah, I'll feel kind of drowsy and sedated, like with mushrooms, but I find, yeah, like it's insanely visual, but like manageable, I find. And yeah, so stay tuned. I'll let you know all about that. All right, well, I'm gonna head off now. Bye bye.